Hello everyone, I am Indrayani. So today I am here with Miss Abellysa. It's great to have you with us today, Miss Abellysa. To
It's great
start
to know you.
again, could you tell us about yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Abellysa Dermawan, as you have introduced, and I'm teaching English extracurricular at the high school. So maybe that's like the only thing that I could introduce myself.
Alright, thank you for your introduce Miss Abellysa. Now let's begin discussing the topic we are going to cover. So here I have four questions. And question number one, what challenges do you face as a teacher in improving English language skill among your students?
So one of the main challenges is actually like the difference between the English proficiency among the students in the same class. Some students actually may struggle with the basic concept while the others are like more advanced. Maybe like the limited exposure or like the limited access to English outside the classroom can actually hinder their progress. I also find that many students lack in the confidence in speaking English.
Yeah, I can understand how varying provincial levels can be challenges in a classroom setting. It must require a lot of creativity to ensure that our students are engaged and learning effectively, right?
All right, that's true because like the challenges is actually like that. It's like the most basic challenges that maybe like some other students or like even teachers can relate to regarding the English.
Yeah. Okay, and what do you think are the most effective methods for teaching English to Indonesian students?
Well, I believe the most effective methods to like teaching English is between like communicating, so like communicative language teaching and also task-based learning is the most effective. This method encourages students to use English in real life situation, which can help improve them their speaking and also listening skill. Using technology such as like language learning app, online resources, it also can enhance the engagement and provide additional practice outside the classroom.
Okay, I completely agree that communicative approach is essential for language learning. It's good to hear that your using text-based learning assist allows students to apply their knowledge in practical situations.
That's true. Yeah.
And, and how has the curriculum for English language education changed in Indonesia over the years?
Well, the curriculum has evolved to a place greater emphasis on communicative competence rather than just like grammar and vocabulary. Recent changes focus on developing all four language skills listening, speaking, reading, and also writing. There is also a stronger emphasis on critical thinking and also creativity. It encourages students to express their ideas and opinions using English.
It's encouraging to see the curriculum evolving to focus on communicative competence. I
Mhm.
believe that incorporating critical thinking into language learning will not only improve their English skill but also help them become more effective problem solver in the future. And last question, what advice will you give to students who want to improve their English outside of the classroom?
Well, my advice would be that students should immerse themselves in the language as much as possible. This can include watching English movie, TV shows, or just like listening to English music, reading book, articles, anything that basically involves English, and practicing speaking with friends or if you have like any communicating partners, it can be very beneficial. Setting specific goals and being consistent in their practice will also help them make a significant different process.
Yeah, I completely agree that immersing oneself in the English language is an effective way to learn, like watching movies and listening to music in English. Not only makes the learning process more enjoyable, but also help understand the context of the language, right? Miss Abelsa, thank you for today. It has been a pleasure speaking with you today. Your experience and your recommendation will be incredibly helpful for educators and learners alike. Thank you for this enlightening discussion. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Nice to have you, Raya.
Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. So my name is Indrayani from class MJ105. In this interview with Miss Abellysa, I gathered some ideas that I will present in this presentation. First, I will explain about English language learning. So, English language learning refers to the process of acquiring proficiency in the English language, which is widely recognized as global lingua franca. This learning encompasses the development of four key skills: learning, listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Effective English language education often involves a combination of traditional classroom instruction and practical, real-world application. In many countries, including Indonesia, English is taught as a second language due to its importance in international communication, business, and academia. The rise of technology has also transformed English learning, providing access to online resources, language learning apps, and interactive platforms that enhance engagement and practice. Overall, mastering English opens up numerous opportunities for personal and professional growth, making it valuable skill in today's interconnected world. And now I will present the result of the interview I conducted with Miss Abellysa. I asked four questions. The question is question number 2 is, what challenges do you face as a teacher in improving English language skill among your students? And question number 2 is, what do you think are the most effective methods for teaching English to Indonesian students? And question number 3 is, how has the curriculum for English language education changed in Indonesia over the years? And the last question is, what advice would you give to students who want to improve their English outside of the classroom? And for those questions, I found some points. Point number 1 is that a key challenge in teaching English is the varying levels of English proficiency among students in the same class. The varying levels of English proficiency among students in the same classroom present significant challenges for educators. However, by implementing differentiated instruction, promoting peer tutoring, and increasing exposure to English outside the classroom, teachers can create a more inclusive learning environment. Additionally, fostering a safe space for students to practice speaking and encouraging a growth mindset can help build their confidence and willingness to participate. By addressing these challenges with targeted strategies, educators can support our students in their language learning journey, ultimately enhancing their proficiency and engagement in English. And point number 2 is that a combination of communicative language teaching and text-based learning is the most effective method for teaching English. A combination of communicative language teaching and text-based learning proves to be highly effective in enhancing English language proficiency among students. By focusing on real-life situations, these methods encourage active engagement and practical application of language skills, particularly in speaking and listening. The integration of technology further enriches the learning experience, providing students with additional resources and opportunities for practice outside the classroom. By emphasizing real-world application and continuous assessment, educators can create a dynamic and supportive environment that fosters language development. Ultimately, these approaches not only improve student English skills but also prepare them for effective communication in diverse contexts. And point number 2 is that the curriculum has shifted to priorities communicative competence over merely focusing on grammar and vocabulary. Recent change emphasizes the development of all four language skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing, while also highlighting the importance of critical thinking and creativity. This approach encourages students to express their ideas and opinions in English. And point number 5 is the students should immerse themselves in the English language as much as possible to improve their skill. This can be achieved by watching English movies or TV show, listening to English music, and reading books or articles in English. Additionally, practicing speaking with friends or language partner is beneficial. Setting specific goals and maintaining consistency in practice will also contribute to significant process. Right. With all those points, I have my opinion. So my opinion is based on the various point presents is clear that effective language learning requires a multifaceted approach. The emphasis on communicative competence and the development of all four language skills, highlighting the importance of real-life application in language acquisition. This aligns with the suggestion to immerse oneself in the language through various media and social interaction, which can enhance both understanding and confidence. However, the challenges of varying proficiency levels among students and limited exposure to English outside the classroom cannot be overlooked. This factor can significantly impact individual progress and participation. Therefore, it is essential for educators to create an inclusive learning environment that accommodates different skill levels and encourages collaboration among students. Incorporating technology and setting specific goals can further support students in their language learning journey. By leveraging resources such as language learning apps and online materials, students can practice independently and reinforce their skill outside the classroom. Ultimately, fostering a supportive and engaging atmosphere along with consistent practice and immersion will empower students to become more proficient and confident in their use of English. And in conclusion, English language learning is increasingly recognized as a vital global skill involving the development of four key competencies: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Effective English education combines traditional classroom instruction with practical, real-world application, crucial for communication in international business and academia. A major challenge in teaching English is addressing the varying levels of proficiency among students, requiring educators to implement differentiated instruction and encourage collaboration through peer tutoring and engaging activities outside the classroom. Technological advancement such as language learning apps further enhance learning opportunities and facilitate independent practice, ultimately fostering a supportive environment that emphasizes real-world application and consistent practice empowers students to become more proficient and confident in their English uses. Yes. Alright, that's all the presentation. Thank you.